I love the Nintendo 3DS. In this video, we're gonna talk about the 10 most expensive and rare Nintendo 3DS games here in 2022. So let's get into it. Now, each game is gonna have the going rate for 2022. So when you see this video in the future, past 2022, the prices could change, and they probably will. So be mindful of that. Number 10 is Style Savvy Fashion Forward. This game started to rise in 2022. For some reason, a lot of people saw this as collectible. My guess is this game didn't sell that well. It's very, very niche. A game that most of us probably wouldn't play, but it is a big audience for it. But it's definitely expensive. This Professor Layton game comes in at number 9. I played all the Professor Layton games, and this one is super fun. Now, I got a sealed copy. Also, I got a loose copy. We're playing the Professor Layton games since Nintendo DS, and when it switched to the 3DS, it just got a lot of better stories. Sometimes the puzzles are frustrating, y'all. I mean, very frustrating. But this game is great, it's fun. Number 7 on the list used to be a little bit higher in rarity, but now a lot of people are starting to find them and selling them on eBay, but it's still expensive. And it's Rhythm Thief and the Emperor's Treasure. This game is phenomenal. This game is fun, made by Sega, has a great soundtrack, great playability. I had so much fun playing this game, and you will too, but finding a complete copy, it is expensive. Even cart only on this game is expensive. All right, 4 and 5 is gonna be in the same genre, but we're gonna start at number 5, Yokai Watch 3. I am such a fan of Yokai Watch. Starting with the first one, playing the second, haven't got to the third one yet, this is why it's still sealed, but I am watching the anime and it is hilarious, guys. I am a big fan of Yokai Watch, and a lot of people are going to start being more fans of this series just because it's on the 3DS, and people are going to wonder, why did I play this game? I would suggest you get the first game. Yokai Watch used to be expensive. I'm talking about $300-400. It's around a reasonable $150 to $250, depending on where you find a copy. But it's definitely rare and valuable. You might want to pick this one up. Now, speaking of Yokai Watch, at number 4 are the Yokai Watch Blaster series, White Dog and Red Cap Corpse. As soon as you start these games, it is hilarious. They do not take themselves serious. They think they're some kind of like Ghostbusters, but they're ghosts themselves. I don't even want to get it, but it's hilarious. I absolutely adore these two games. Now, between these two games, the White Dog Squad is a little bit more rare, coming around about $350 complete. But yeah, these games are super rare and super valuable. The gameplay is fun. If you were going for a full set, get these games now. Try to trade for some, but they're definitely valuable and fun. We are getting to these super rare games, and at number 4, Alien Chaos 3D. Now, this game reminds me of those shareware games back in the late 90s when everybody started playing computer games and stuff like that. Now, in this game, you just destroy alien robots one after one, going to the next level, getting power-ups. It is fun. But this game right here, y'all, is expensive. Now, my game is definitely not a sealed copy. Complete in box copies start around $300. That is crazy, right? But when a 3DS shop closes, oh my goodness, these games are going to skyrocket in price. And that's not to scare you, I'm just telling you the history of Nintendo games. And this is not even a failed console. We got 3 left. I talked about this one before, but I really think this is super hard to find. Number 2, in my opinion, is Frogger 3D. What y'all saying? Frogger 3D? Yes, Frogger 3D. The big box variant. Not too many of these boxes are out there and in good condition. Now, what's inside this big box collection? 1, you got the big box, really nice. Number 2, you get the game, Frogger 3D. And number 3, you get Nintendo 3DS faceplates. Now, this is the original, not the XL, but the original Nintendo 3DS faceplates. These are pretty hard to find. That's why the big box edition can't really price it. It's around about between $250 to $400, but it is on the rare side. But if you see one at a convention or a store, make sure you grab it. Number 2, Fire Emblem Fate Special Edition. Now, when I had this before, about 2 years ago. This was about $150. This thing has ballooned to over $500, y'all, because it takes Birthright and Conquest to put them together in one card with all the DLC. So if you really want to finish a game, this is the ultimate edition to finish it. Also, you get an art book and this little Nintendo DS holder cloth type of deal. I'm not gonna open it because I actually have a Club Nintendo one from back in the day. I can even put my Nintendo 3DS XL inside of it, like so. Now, before I get to the #1 most expensive and rarest game, I want to show you these 5 bonus games. Now, these games are in the middle between expensive, rare, and hard to find. The first one is Shantae's and the Pirate's Curse. Now, we all love Shantae games, and the one on the 3DS is excellent. This game starting to get close to the $200 mark, but it's a lot out there. So if you see one for cheap, grab it. Here's a game for $150. FIFA 14. This game was released in Mexico. Not a lot of copies are circulating right now in 2022. Maybe people might release more later, but it is hard to find. You see, I need a better copy. This was a former rental. Got it pretty cheap just because of the cover, but I think it gives it its charm. These next 3 games are super hard. When I go on eBay, I probably see maybe 2 or 3 complete. First is Putty Squad. This Putty Squad game, this is another budget game. A lot of people missed out on this one. If you see it, grab it. A lot of stores are not pricing it accordingly. Hope I don't cause any problems with that. But yes, finding this game is beginning to be super duper hard. Another game that's hard to find is Puzzler World 2013. I've seen 1 copy complete as an airing of this video in 2022. It's ridiculous. These budget games are like hard to find. The last one, Heavy Fire, The Chosen Few. I don't know why this game is super hard to find complete. When you do find complete, it goes for $150 to $200 depending on the condition. You see this one, grab it. Now let's get to the #1 most expensive and rare game on the 3DS. Barbie Groom and Glam Pups. That's right, a Barbie game. This one is sealed. Now this game has a crazy history and people are still finding information about this. What we do know is that this game was a French-Canadian exclusive, sold only in Canada. It sold horribly. I'm talking about abysmal, that they took it off the shelf. I think some copies were destroyed. I guess it's kind of like the top 5 most rare games on a Nintendo platform, but I could be wrong about that. But on the 3DS, this game right here, a complete copy, will set you back over $3,000 now. It used to be a $500 game. Then it went to $800 and then exploded. Now a sealed copy, this one I have, is about $5,000. But if you want to know how I got this game and all my other Nintendo 3DS games, I have a playlist right here and one right here, especially about this Barbie game. And always remember to do it the right way. And good luck on your Nintendo 3DS journey.